What is going on, guys? Today we are looking at inform Griezmann, and this is not his first 88 rated card. It's one of my biggest pet peeves is that he already has a road to the final that is 88, and it is different because obviously the road to the final can go up with his Champions League performance, or at least the Barca Champions League performance. So I kind of am okay with that because I know that card will eventually go up, and obviously the price difference is pretty big. On the Xbox currently, Griezmann's coming in at 300, 223 on the PlayStation, and he's 537 and 589 Xbox PlayStation for his road to the final. So obviously the card that can go up will be considerably more, and the fact that he is a striker in that card. We have got a left wing Griezmann, and personally for me, Griezmann does not belong on the wing. He is to be honest, I'd actually really like him as a cam more than anything. I tried him as striker, and Griezmann's always been one of them funny ones. I cannot use him as a striker. Use him as a cam, much better. You see goals, assists, lovely play from him. He is, 5'9". I think he's just a perfect cam, and hopefully we can get a 90, 91 version of him, and I'd love to see a team of the season of him again. We will have a look through his generations, because obviously being 29 years old, he has got a bit of a career behind him. But the one question I want to ask before we get into it is, where do you play Griezmann? Cam, centre forward, striker, or do you keep him on the left wing? Let me know down below, and if you want to like and subscribe, check the Discord out. Let's get into it. So we have got Griezmann here, a 4-star skiller, 3-star weak foot. He is left-footed, 5'9" like I mentioned before, and he has got a medium work rate. In terms of stats, pace-wise, he's getting on a bit. It's starting to slow down. He's starting to really hit that more middle point of his life where he is kind of just playing in the middle. We saw it, and I don't really compare the two, but Rooney, out and out striker, absolutely incredible. And then as he got older, he started to get slower. So more than likely what happens, and it's same with Beckham, people on the wing tend to drift inwards because you can pass the ball more. You've obviously got the ability still, the dribbling's still there. It's just the actual pace that kind of not necessarily lacks, but you do tend to get slower as you get older. It's just a natural fact. But in terms of that, he gets more dribbling, a little bit more shooting, and passing comes out quite nice. So that is why for me, I would always prefer him as a cam. If it was a choice between an 83 Dembele or Griezmann on the left mid, I'm going Dembele all day. Mainly the 5-star is always fantastic, but in terms of pace and being able to get down that wing, Dembele is always going to trump Griezmann in my opinion. But what he can do, what Griezmann can do, is he's got the ball control. He's got the ability on the ball to do really good stuff. 90 dribbling on the base is absolutely fantastic, and pace is somewhat sorted out with a Hunter. 90 pace, 93 shooting. I don't think there's a better chem style personally. It maxes out his finishing. Pretty much all of his shooting then becomes 90 or above, bar from shot power and long shots, which I'm okay with. I think that's absolutely fine. Dribbling wise, already got 93 balance, 93 agility, sorry, and 85 balance, 91 composure. The card is absolutely cracked in terms of stats. So let's jump into some gameplay and see what he did. So to start with Griezmann, we did play him as a striker, and it happened with his road to the final. I tried that one out, and it's very similar because obviously the stats are somewhat around the same at this moment in time until Barca are obviously going through. I believe they're through no problem, but obviously there is one more match. I think this Friday there should be more cards being upgraded if they don't go for the whole week. Anyone that's like automatically qualified, I'm pretty sure their cards go up before everybody else's who need to play one more match. So obviously, like a Rashford, they need to play one more match to make sure that they are going through, whereas other teams potentially have already now won it. They've won 4 or 5 games in a row, absolutely fine. But Griezmann, I prefer him as a cam. Like I said, he just has a bit more of the ball there, passes out nicely, gets it down the wings, can go forward as well. Obviously dribbling wise is nice. It's just the fact that during a wing play, he's not going to outpace everybody, and especially with the right back and left backs we got, there's no way that he's beating a Varane or Ferland Mendy down the wing. It's just never happening, and no matter what you put on him, he's just never going to be able to do that really. But in terms of his overall then, we've given him an 8 out of 10 straight off the bat. I like him, but I think as a left wing, it's just not the card for me. I would much rather go with his striker card. Gives us that left mid in the game still, because obviously I'm trying to put him as a striker, so then I've got to get a striker who goes left mid, or change my formation to not have wingers. So for me, he causes more complications doing that. I would much rather go get his road to the final if I was really wanting a Griezmann in the squad. Obviously, I do prefer a higher rated Griezmann. I think he's not quite the meta and hasn't been for a couple of years yet, as we see on his generations. If we go back for FIFA 12, we get Real Sociedad, and honestly, as his kind of careers has boomed, FIFA 14 we get his first team of the season. He then makes the big move to Atletico, where again, team of the season after team of the season, and obviously you can see the pattern. He just keeps going until he makes that massive move for Barca. He got a team of the season during FIFA 19, and then obviously he makes his career move to Barca from that year, and then we get FIFA 20. He starts it at an 89, manages to get himself a team of the season. His FUT birthday actually was really nice, so I'm hoping to see something like that again. But with his road to the final, I feel like his kind of non-performance based specials are going to be capped a little bit. Normally with the road to the finals, they don't tend to do too many, in my opinion. There may be cases where that's completely bogus and they will do, but normally it is kind of road to the finals that stick to themselves because they're constantly going up, so the version potentially couldn't be the highest as we go forward. Like obviously his inform is not going to be an 88 alongside his road to the final. His road to the final is going to go up soon. But in terms of kind of like who you can link him with, what's the best sort of option, he's probably in the best sort of nation right now. France last year was just phenomenal by the end, and it continues to grow every single day. We've already got a special Mbappe, we've already got Benzema, we've got Kante, we've got these cards coming, which is basically another UCL. I think they might be next gen exclusive. Also, we've got all the icons. Obviously, Cantona coming in this year for the French nation. Kante's already got an inform. Laporte. There's just so many French players that he can link with. So, in terms of his nation link, absolutely phenomenal. In terms of obviously La Liga links, you've got the left back Ferland Mendy, who is just next level. Like, you can't argue with that. And I think he's going to be absolutely fine. That's the one thing I think Griezmann's going to always be quite expensive on, is the fact his links is just probably the best nation you can get in FIFA right now. Normally it was Brazil, where you got quite a lot from Neymar and all of them good players back in the day, but now it has got to be France this year and last year, to be honest. But overall, I think he's a good player. Whack a hunter on him and it kind of speaks for itself. Only goes up by 2 in game on left wing striker, goes 3 in game for the forwards and obviously centre forward. But I think for me, I need a 90 plus Griezmann for me to say he could go in my FUT Champs team. And obviously I would like the 4-star weak FUT birthday. Do your business with that. Make sure to like and subscribe today, and I'll see you all for the next one. Peace. Let me know what you got in your red picks.